Okay, so before I get to the topic on this video, I'm going to get a few things out of the way first. First, I found out through Game Explain the official release for Sonic Forces. I mean, at least in the US, I'm not sure about other countries, but in the US it's going to be November 7th, and there's going to be a pre-order bonus edition where you get Jet Set Radio Beat, which I don't like. I like the way he looks in Jet Set Radio Future better. Why don't they ever reference that version of Beat? He looks a lot better in that game, but whatever. Then you have Persona 5, you have Knights, you have Super Monkey Ball, and then you have Puyo Puyo, and I think that's it. Unless there's someone I'm forgetting, I think that's it. So those are all the little alternate costumes you can get for your character if you pre-order Sonic Forces now and get the bonus edition. I think it's kind of cool, but also kind of lame. I'm hoping that at some point the bonus costumes become DLC and you can just get it that way, and I think that'd be better. Anyway, moving on from that, when I was talking about in my previous video about the sad piano outro for Fist Bump, I found it. For some reason, finding the full version is a lot harder to find. With the piano outro, it's a lot harder to find on the internet. I found it. I'm going to show it off. So you hear how Fist Bump, that ending line kind of clashes with the sad piano? I don't like it. Anyway, moving on now to the topic at hand, the voice acting for Sonic Forces. I'm going to start by talking about Tails real quick, brief mention. Tails sounds about the same as he does in the other Sonic games, like Sonic Colors and Generations. We had the new voice being Kate Higgins, and then she got replaced for Sonic Boom, and then that voice got replaced, and that's the voice we have now for Sonic Forces, and I think it sounds fine. Tails' voice sounds about the same. You can barely hear a difference at all, so that's why I don't really care. Moving on from that, Silver sounds good. I love the voice of Silver in Sonic Forces. Same voice of Silver in Sonic Generations. I think it sounds a million times better than Sonic 06. Moving on from that. Now finally, Knuckles. I hate the way Knuckles sounds in this game. It's the same voice he's had since Generations. I don't get, why did they bother firing Dan Green if you're just gonna get the new voice actor to try to mimic Dan Green? I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know what the hell their business practices are, because I obviously don't. But you know, maybe his contract expired and that's why they had to fire Dan Green. I don't know. But couldn't they do something to extend the contract? Because, you know, like, why did you fire him if Knuckles is just going to sound exactly like Dan Green? I hate it. And the reason why is because that era of Knuckles is when he changed. He became more hyper, he became more loud, he became more of a hothead, he became, well, basically like an idiot. And that's why I hate that voice for Knuckles, and it doesn't represent the way Knuckles is supposed to be. Knuckles is supposed to be calm, cool, and collected, and serious, and other than the times he would laugh at Sonic and Sonic and Knuckles, that was the only time he'd be silly. He would then go back to being serious. And Sonic Adventure and Adventure 2 kind of represented that better, that serious part of Knuckles better. And yet, in Sonic Forces, he's back to being really serious and calm, at least from what I've seen so far. And then they keep the Dan Green voice. So I feel like it doesn't fit, it doesn't work, I don't like it, it's lame. Moving on from that, I'm going to now talk about Amy Rose. Amy sounds a million times better to me in Sonic Forces. I think she sounds perfect. It's like a mix between Sonic Adventure and Sonic X Amy. Preppy and high-pitched, but still sounds natural, so I like it. It's not like freaking Minnie Mouse from Sonic Generations. I hated her voice in that game so much. So she sounds a lot better to me. I hope her voice stays that way forever. And they just get other voice actors to mimic the way Amy sounded in Sonic Forces. Moving on from that, I'm going to talk about Sonic himself. Sonic sounds, I don't know, like, he sounds okay to me. He's very hit and miss. I hated Barter Craig Smith's voice in Sonic Colors. I thought it was too deep. It sounded too much like an adult voicing Sonic, because Sonic is supposed to be a teenager. I prefer his voice in Sonic Generations, where it's more high-pitched. He sounds at least more youthful in that game. And then we go to Sonic Forces, and it's weird. It's like some cutscenes, like in the Enter Infinite cutscene, where he's talking to Tails, so the voice sounds deeper. His voice is a little nasally to me, and I don't like it. I prefer the voice of Ryan Drummond, and specifically Sonic Adventure Ryan Drummond. His voice does change in Adventure 2 and Heroes, so I prefer Adventure 1 Ryan Drummond anyway. Barter Craig Smith is very hit and miss for me, because then in the tag team level dialogue he sounds fine to me. I think he sounds okay. He sounds, you know, like more like Generation Sonic. But anyway, you know, and then sometimes he doesn't, so it's weird. But anyway, moving on from that, finally, I'm going to talk about Shadow. Shadow, I don't know, like, Shadow is, I don't like it. It's lame. If I remember right, I think the current voice actor is a guy named Kirk Thornton, who also did the voice of characters like freaking Kisame from Naruto. But anyway, that's where I heard him from. He was in English dub. And then I hear him voicing Shadow, and I don't like it. It sounds way too raspy, way too deep. I don't like it. It sounds actually a lot like Kisame, and that voice does not fit Shadow at all. I think he sounds way too old. And I prefer the Jason Griffith voice of Shadow. And see, here's the thing. Shadow has the potential to sound really, really close to David Humphrey, the original voice actor of Shadow, all the way back in his debut in Sonic Adventure 2. And I know this because I've already played Sonic Generations, and I played the Shadow Rival Battle, and in the Shadow Rival Battle, when he says Chaos Spear, he sounds really close to David Humphrey. So for some reason, with that line, with that voice clip, he sounds really close to the original voice of Shadow. So this shows that David Humphrey still can be impersonated, and Kirk Thornton can sound really close to the original sound of Shadow's voice. I don't know why he doesn't try doing that. He only did it once, and it annoys me. I wish Shadow sounded like the way he did when David Humphrey voiced him. I wish he sounded the way he did when Shadow was voiced by Jason Griffith. But he doesn't. I hate Shadow's voice. It's lame. But what can you do? And real quick, briefly, I'm going to mention Vector. Vector sounds exactly the same as when he was 4Kids voice actor voiced him. So why did they get him a new one? Same crap with Knuckles. But anyway, Shadow sounds terrible. I hate it. Nothing we can do. Amy sounds amazing. Keep it like that. Knuckles, I hate it. I wish he sounded really calm and cool like the way he did in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Sonic, decent. He can sound really good sometimes, and then sound really lame. Anyway, that's how I feel about all that. Let me know what you guys think about the voice acting so far, and we can, you know, discuss what we like and don't like. This is Lit and Fire going away. I will see you all next time. Bye.